Hey, everybody, it's your host of the Sith Dominion podcast, Dr. Dana Martin, and welcome to the Sith Dominion. My room is a wreck. Don't worry about that. It's okay. I don't have the green screen, but I do have Zane. Zane, how you doing?
Hey, how's it going?
We're a little thin tonight, and
Yeah,
I don't mean it's Christmas time. Definitely, that's not what I mean. I don't know where anyone is. Just kidding. Cam, let us know in advance. He's been working his tail off, and he's been doing a lot of travel. So yeah, it is what it is. And then Debbie chose right now to be watching Disney Plus and the release of episode 4 for Skeleton Crew. I need your thoughts on Debbie missing the show to watch Skeleton Crew when in fact our show was on the air before Skeleton Crew chose to move their air date and go.
You know, I think it just hurts us, right here. We were gonna watch it anyways after the show, right?
Yeah, why can't we just watch it together as
a
team?
But I understand, kind of, not really. It's okay. We still love her.
I don't know. That's pretty. Yeah. Anyways, she does rep the Sith Dominion shirt that will never be worn or sold again because we got in trouble. So, and I'm still wearing the cap. Only the one cap. Maybe I should auction this cap to help us pay for bills for this show. And it's funny because folks are always like, hit the bell and subscribe. It is important, man. Like, so I've been doing this on my own for the last, I guess August is when we started going at it alone. But the show's been on for a year or over a year. And all of the stuff that Geek News Now did with the platform was fantastic. But this stuff costs money and stuff breaks. And it sucks. And I'm not the one to be like, hey, come support us. And I rarely say it. Like and subscribe and hit the bell for notification. But man, it does make a difference. It really does. And as much as I enjoy what we do, got our update for the year and we had some pretty good numbers. So people are enjoying what we're doing. So we're going to keep doing it. And even if you don't enjoy it, we're going to do it because we like doing it. But we certainly hope that you enjoy what we do. So thank you for the last year for people who have moved over, not moved over. You're still watching the Feast of Fandom stuff, but listen to us from time to time. We are on all the main podcast platforms, from iTunes all the way to Spotify, etc. So we do have some old shows that are on the old Geek News Now network. If it's still active on YouTube, I don't know. But all of our previous shows under that umbrella were moved by Debbie, thank you, to our YouTube channel. And now I have been in the process of uploading maybe 4 or 5 a month of those shorter shows into the mix of uploading these into the podcast world. So there is a lot of content still to come. I think I'm only on like episode, I don't know, 15, 16, and we have up to 40 something episodes before we made the switch. So there you go. Plenty of content that we'll still be releasing. And even if we don't have a show, expect that content will be released. And even though it's old and, every podcast gets a little better with time. Yeah, some of those earlier shows are tough to get through, but some of the content's good.
The first episode was good.
First episode, man. Oh my God. So I do have another question.
Shoot for it.
You. Yeah. So you, I want to ask about. We're gonna come back to Skeleton Crew, but I forgot to bring something up last time. Last show we're talking about it, and in the title of Skeleton Crew, in the title, I said something about thievery. What's up, Andrew? Oh my God.
Okay. I'm doing pretty good. Sorry, that was Kathleen Kennedy, No.
For ideas. Typical UT fan supporting Kathleen Kennedy.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, I'm a fan tonight, which actually doesn't help my case.
Yeah.
So we were just talking about the title of the last show. And I said something, I don't even remember what I titled it, but it was something about thievery, right? Because do we realize these kids stole this freaking, it was an accident. It doesn't matter. They stole the freaking ship. And nobody's talking about the fact that they just flat out
Is it stolen though if it's not in
Stole a
anyone's
ship.
possession?
From a certain point of view.
from
Yeah.
a certain point of view.
Is it? Yeah, I mean, because
I thought Luke was gonna smack that
Yeah.
old man.
if
Certain
you
point of view?
if you
Sorry.
find a $20 bill on the ground and you take it, are you stealing?
I'm supporting my family.
Exactly.
What? You know, Dana, you were talking about like and subscribe. Just go
Like,
ahead and pick up that $20 bill
there's
and
just-
help pay the bills.
There's just $100 on the ground, right? There's no one
Right.
around. Like
Exactly.
it was
There's just a hyperspace capable starship
yeah.
just laying there. You're right.
Yeah.
Just take
Right.
it.
I mean, come on. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean,
I
Yeah,
mean,
it's a
they're just
barn
kids.
find. If you
It's
know about
just
cars,
kids.
someone dropped their ship and I'm picking it up. I mean,
bullshit.
They're
No,
just kids.
I ain't
you
buying
know?
it. I ain't buying it.
yeah. They don't know any better. Come on.
Yeah.
They've literally grown up in a planet that you can't leave.
So
They're
really,
sheltered.
they
So
don't know
familiar?
better.
Wait, what? Someone would
know.
lie to somebody to keep them from leaving or
No.
exploring? Flat
I
Earth.
definitely don't have
Anyways,
that. No, I'm just kidding.
so so I just wanted to say, I had the title for the show and I didn't ever talk about it last week after reviewing the show, but that's what I meant by that, is that, you know, no one's even, I just feel like we should at least address the fact that they're riding in a jacked vehicle. Okay, they don't own this vehicle, it's not theirs. Oh, I would talk to the captain. I should just, it's not your ship. Okay, I'm done.
Well, again, there's a skeleton crew about pirates, so it also does fit the theme pretty well.
Right.
I hear you, but what I'm seeing in my mind is a bunch of marbles on the table, and you're trying to scoop them up to keep them. Like
What
no,
I'm
no,
seeing
is
is
okay.
this nicely neat pile of marbles, and you just keep pushing them everywhere.
I just want to knock it over every time.
You're like shaking the table.
Oh my god. Let's talk some other things. And we'll come back to episode 2 and 3 here in a bit.
Good, because I've already talked about these episodes already.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Well, hopefully you saved the best for our show.
Mods, can
Oh no, I didn't even. I see, and I couldn't watch your show because why? No, I could have. We did watch it.
Right, you're caught up
Oh, I am caught
until
up. Well,
tonight.
Until tonight, I could.
I'm
I just
not.
kept
I'm doing a
thinking,
watch party on my phone, actually. No, I'm just
Watch
kidding.
party for TSD on my phone.
Hey guys, you know.
Gosh. In Jod we trust. We're gonna talk about that here in a little. So I thought it was hilarious that he's named Jod, because anytime you talk about GIF and GIF and how to pronounce something, someone always brings up, you don't call it Jod, you call it God. And I say, yeah, you don't call it Scuba, you call it Scuba. So no, don't buy it. Anyways, do you trust Jod Na Nawood?
I voted yes.
Yeah. The
Mhm.
votes were a little no. It was mostly. You said yes. Why?
Because he really hasn't given a reason to not trust him yet. I mean, he hasn't revealed everything, and he is a little suspicious. Like, why hasn't he? He obviously has the Force. He could have gotten the key at any time. Why didn't he just leave? Well, he needed a ship. He had an easy way to get a ship with the kids. But he also knows the kids live on a planet with treasure. So actually, why did I vote yes? I gotta go make a call.
Hold on, I gotta phone a friend.
I lost a bet. That's why.
What about you, Zane? You trust John, and Jod we trust?
Oh hell no! What? This guy's literally in jail. He's a pirate. Brother is only there to get treasure.
Oh.
Whether or not there isn't anything else, he lied to the kids. Admission of guilt is also lying.
Ventress. Ventress was a bounty hunter. Ventress was in prison. Ventress was an assassin. Ventress was Ventress. If you switch it with Ventress and it's someone that you know her character through and through, would you trust let's just use Ventress. Would you trust Ventress in this situation more or less than Jod?
Well, I don't know. Ventress and I kind of have a pass, so I don't know.
Don't we all have pass with Ventress?
I don't know. It'd be kind of awkward.
Get through it.
Yeah.
Get through it.
Right.
So, I mean, part of the mystique is his mystery, of course. Like, part of the draw is, okay, who is this cat? Is he... But have we not seen, quote-unquote, Force use in...
That's not what I meant.
Oh, was that Kenobi? No. Was it Kenobi? With Harold and Kumar guy? And he's... Do you know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
Was that Obi-Wan, where he was using magnets and whatever to... make it seem like he had the Force.
Yes, because it was Kuma, the guy.
Yeah.
Okay, so they have this in the universe. Could they? Do you think he's really a Jedi, or did I miss where it said in the synopsis a Force using Jedi?
I
mean, if it says that, then I'll just.
I'm not buying that he's a Jedi just yet. Like, I know he obviously has the Force, but. Maybe we find out in episode 4. I don't know.
So
I'm not watching it, so
Wim is looking for a Jedi temple the whole time, though, right? A mysterious, apparent Jedi temple that's buried somewhere on this planet. And then, if in fact Jod was a Jedi and was looking for, or just a Force user looking for this temple of goodies. As a pirate, well, then that makes sense. As a Force user wanting to genuinely become a Jedi, that makes sense. As a Force user that leans dark side, looking for holocron treasure, that makes sense. So I think there's a lot to this Jedi piece.
Well, his age, like, puts him to be.
He's like Kanan's age,
like
right?
Yeah. He would have been around Kanan's age, so they've done it before multiple times. Just to say that he's not another one that escaped, and obviously he just saw his entire family get massacred, so he's maybe not going to want to be a Jedi outwardly.
That's a good point.
He's scared to come out of the Jedi closet.
Yeah.
I don't know if I buy that, but let's stick a pin in it. I don't even know why you would choose those words. So, moving along. We did have some announcements, didn't we? I'm looking at my outline. I didn't put there. I thought we had heard more information. Oh, there was a big update to Outlaws that apparently Ubisoft fixed a bunch of stuff. I don't play Outlaws, so I can't speak to it. Does anybody play that game? Didn't think so. Moving along.
Heck no.
Oh, they updated the graphics in SWTOR too.
Yeah, they did. And
I have not. I think I want to download it just to see it because I bet it's beautiful. Everything looks like the side by side stills I've seen. It's incredible.
I started playing it again. I started running up the DLCs on all my characters because they're all level 70. And
I was told I had to log in or else I'd lose my names or something.
Yeah.
I don't think I did that. I should probably do that. Do I have to log into the launcher, like the game, or do I have to log into just the site?
Yeah, I think you have to log into the character.
I don't have it installed, and it's big.
Yeah, it
okay.
is.
My God.
It's okay. We can play it later. It's okay. Another game.
No, I cannot do another 1 a.m. playing video games with Nick and Zane.
That was awesome.
That was fun, but I was crap the next day. No, I wanted to. I swear there was something in the news, and my bad for not pulling it up. But there was something about the new 3 movies.
Yeah, a couple weeks ago, right? With like storyline and directors. Unless there's something new I missed. Let me see. Oops, I can't.
Something about we have brought this up in the past. Lightsaber fighting. There's the move that the stranger used in the Acolyte, where as he's fighting, he deactivates his saber, drops it, grabs it, and then activates it and kills. And then it became this big, I don't know if you guys saw this big argument online. Imagine that this isn't a thing. Like no one does this. But I believe someone has done the work to figure out how it is canonical. Well, it is now because it was used. But it's known as the forbidden move in that Jedi don't use it because that's cheating. Like that's shit. That's a Jedi would never do that. A Sith wouldn't do it either because it's super dishonorable as well. And for a Sith, while they have a way that they have to do things, just like the Jedi. And for either a Sith or a Jedi, it's like BS. Like really, you're gonna be a camping little, like it's that kind of stuff.
Which is what makes the stranger so strange.
Yeah, quite. Now, whether that's just a theory that someone's tracked down and it seems to be the case, we'll see what they do with it. But I thought that was an interesting take. That why is it that we know that you can do, like, you should be able to do this. And then there's the deactivation of the saber while you're swinging, just deactivate their saber with the force. It doesn't work that way. And the move is called the forbidden move because there's no way to defend it. It's impossible to defend. If you try to block it, what's he going to do? He's going to, and you're dead. If you wait and then he's not going to deactivate it instead. Like there's just no way to defend it unless you use force push and push him away. But you're in the middle of a saber fight. So I thought that was a pretty good take. And I never thought of it that way, that perhaps it is a thing and it's just not used because of the Sith and Jedi's fight rules between themselves. What do you guys think about that?
Yeah.
Pretty cool.
I
kind of zoned out a bit. Oops.
I think we were both looking for that news article.
Oh, thank you.
Whatever it was.
Yeah, well,
but
I'm not making it up. I swear.
I remember seeing that in like a Vine or whatever from 10 years ago. So I'm not. That did not die 10 years ago. Like, was it 10 years ago?
I don't know that it could have been 10 years ago because we just saw The Stranger this year. But maybe that theory has been around. Sure.
Well, Vine ended like 10 years ago.
Yeah, so like the lightsabers and stuff. It's always been a question. But I remember seeing somewhere, I thought that someone who worked on Star Wars somewhere said this is probably how it's
somewhere in a galaxy far, far away.
But yeah, some good saber stuff. If you want to know like straight up Lucas lore, just watch the trilogy, the original trilogy. There are some really cool things done with sabers. Like if you get your arm chopped off, the saber deactivates. If you throw the saber, you can keep it activated, like Vader does. Saber throw, when he did that, guys, like I was a child when I saw that. Like I was like, oh, how do you get away from this? Luke's gonna die. That's it. He's gonna be forced to go to the dark side. I still can't find that other video. Oh well. Apparently, I forgot to mention this. So Cameron said, I will be out tonight, but I will return better than Palpatine. So
somehow
he had to get his dig in every time, doesn't he? Somehow Palpatine returned. All right, let's talk.
Has a way of making guests feel welcome. You know?
I mean, did Palpatine ever leave though? He's always been with us.
This isn't down in my heart. Where down in my heart? That's not Palpy. Okay, he was dead.
Go for Palpatine.
You know, I saw that the other day. That I was scrolling and that skid came up.
Yes. That you've been floating around out there for how long? Yeah, that's gross. Yeah, that just threw me. Where in the heck were we? Lovely.
I have no idea.
What the heck's an aluminum falcon?
Are we talking about?
Do we need a robot chicken episode? Maybe we need a robot. Maybe episode 66 will be a robot chicken episode. Maybe.
We're talking Marvel, right? We're talking Craven.
What?
I forgot. What are we talking about tonight?
You're killing me.
I thought we were talking like.
I thought we were talking Superman.
Books. I thought we were talking books.
Off the rails. Debbie, where are you?
How about that new Superman poster?
I thought this was a book club.
Right, yeah. Dana, did you read, or are you gonna say you read the back of the book?
To Kill a Mockingbird.
I'm so done with you guys.
We were reading To Kill a Mockingbird.
Boba Fett.
So I feel like, is the show that great that we don't want to talk about it? Or
no, it's good.
Okay, fine. We'll just rip the Band-Aid. Neil, I think he's ridiculous. He's stupid.
If it weren't for the stranger, he would be my favorite new Star Wars character.
I honestly agree.
And you know what? Dana is offending me right now. I've already shared my thoughts.
He's annoying, man.
He's gone.
He's like Chunk in the
Goonies.
We went through this on when we were live streaming, when we were doing the watch party. We went through this, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that's totally Chunk, and that's totally whatever." And yeah, so it is Goonies, right? On an adventure, a pirate adventure for
what is Neil have a dance he does?
Oh my god!
No, Neil is better. Neil would never do the dance.
Doing the bull dance,
he's too cool not to do the dance. You know what I mean?
Who's your least favorite character? Before we start getting into it, who's your
Neil?
Is Neil really your favorite?
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
I would. Come on.
I see him and I just.
Or Dr. Dana, you know what? He's lost the spirit of childhood in him. He can't. We gotta save him.
We need to show him the Ewoks again. That'll help.
Ooh.
Will Grogu make you feel better?
Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness, there was a rumor they were gonna have somebody in that
what's his name from the Bear?
Jeremy Allen White?
Yeah. Roba the Hutt?
He's gonna be
I'm thinking about Mando. You're talking about Andor. We're talking about two different.
No, I was talking about Andor. Yeah. There was gonna be a character that we knew in there from another show.
From another show.
Yeah.
Another show.
I know we should probably do more show prep, but guys, I'm so busy.
I know for Mando and Grogu, they said that Jeremy Allen White.
I don't know who that is.
Have you seen Shameless?
No.
Okay. You saw Iron Claw, right?
Yes.
He was the short brother with the curly hair.
Got you.
Yeah.
Of course,
he's playing a Hutt.
Iron Claw.
It was such a good movie.
A Hutt, like a.
Mm-hmm.
A Hutt.
He's playing the Jabba's kid from the Clone Wars movie.
Zero?
What?
Wait, no, that's the.
It's like
bad one.
Roba, Rahaga, Roda.
Not gonna work here anymore.
You know, they could have just canned that movie. Made us forget about it.
I took you to see that movie.
No.
I took Madison to see that movie.
Yeah.
I took you to see Megamind. That was your first.
Yeah.
My son's first year.
Hey,
cool movie.
What a piece of cinema. What a piece of cinema.
And it holds today, guys. Like, why, man? If you haven't seen Megamind, you're missing out.
Megamind is one of the best sequels of all time.
Megamind 2?
Yeah.
There's a Megamind 2?
No, it was on Peacock last year. Yeah, there is. It's horrible.
No.
They used animation from like 15 years ago or something, and it's not even the same actor.
It has a 2.4 on IMDb.
Yeah, it's right. It's god. It's
What is this? Looks like cheap computer animated.
It came out last year.
It came out worse than the first one.
Okay, so if you've seen it, it is worth rewatching. It's so fun. I saw it probably in the last 2 years or so. Just it was on, and I watched it, and I laughed. So funny. The Shul House and the way he pronounces stuff is just hilarious. And anyways, all the characters do a great job of their characters, but I don't even know why I said Megamind. Why did we say that?
You mentioned the Office Space, and then you were talking about the first theater experience.
We don't have any direction tonight.
No,
none.
It's my fault.
No, we don't. Oh my goodness. I lost. What?
Oh.
All right, back to Skeleton
I was just
Crew.
blasting.
Look, I'm having a hard time sticking with Skeleton Crew because I think it's okay. It's okay. It's not great. It's not wonderful. It's okay. What was that? What was that?
What was what?
What the hell is even that?
I like Skeleton Crew.
Skeleton Crew was a pretty good show. Honestly, I think
have we even watched this?
Show, I feel like out of what we've seen so far, I think I would rate the whole show as a whole like a 7.7 out of 10. You know, not extremely good enough for an 8, but not bad enough.
I'm going like 9.
What do you all think? 9.5?
No, I'm kidding. It's a solid 7.5 right now, with the potential to go.
Amen. What about you, Dr. Dana?
I'm watching.
Do we even want to know?
I'm watching it, and it is not as bad as The Acolyte.
No, it's not.
It is not. It's fun as a kid show. I enjoy watching it with my children. But I mean, for me, there's nothing. Maybe that's the problem with me trying to work through this.
It's got a 96 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Well, and I'm not saying it's not made for me.
But it's 80% fan. So
it's not made for me.
Maybe you finally grew up, and that's
yeah.
If you've seen my house decorated for Christmas, you would think I have grown up because there's not a lot of Christmas at this house.
It's very clean. Like it is a very clean set of.
And it used to be like as if Griswold puked on my house. That's how we roll, but not this year, man. So when let's look at the erased planets. I did pop that in the outline. I thought that was an interesting throwback to Obi-Wan has lost a planet. What? Okay. And then what's her name? No wonder. Okay. Was that Clone Wars? No. When was it that I can't remember her name? The librarian chick of the archives. But she got attacked.
Oh, Jocasta Nu, yeah.
There you go, Jocasta Nu. Maul? Was it Maul that killed her?
I think so.
So whoever killed was in search for stuff at the Jedi archive. And they came. It was in a comic. It wasn't in a show. It was in the. I remember now. I read it. It was in one of the Vader comics.
Yeah,
so it was Vader goes back for
the Grand Inquisitor.
Was it the Inquisitor?
Lightsaber.
Yeah, that was in the comic. Yeah,
it was Vader. It was Vader.
It was Vader. Okay.
Yeah.
So Jocasta Nu is the one who said you lost there is no planet. It's just not there. If it's not there in the archives, it's not there. And I like bringing that example up too, as the arrogance of the Jedi, blinding them to things that could potentially be going on, and Obi-Wan having the foresight to dig into it and not let it go. That's the crux of the Jedi's problem, is they can't see past their own nose half the time. If it's not there, it's not there. Well, now we get into a situation where apparently there's all kinds of shit out there that not all the Jedi knew about, or maybe they did, and it just wasn't broadcast. But I mean, what are you how do you guys feel about that? Here we have another missing planet or another hidden planet where some things are going on, and if I'm not mistaken, they did mention there were other planets maybe involved in this, or no, that's just what they're saying online, that there were other planets that were hidden for the same purpose of
mentioned it,
but we don't know why.
Yeah,
they were hidden.
It's a little early in the series to figure it out.
And do you think
did you not listen to Kim?
Kim.
Kardashian?
Kim?
Yeah. The owl.
Oh, the owl. I like
Kim.
the owl.
Kim, not Kim, KY apostrophe MNMM.
I missed that. I mean, I watched it. I missed it. What are you talking about?
Well, her talking about the planets.
That there were other planets?
Yeah.
And that there are no more planets? Just that one is the last one. How were they destroyed? We don't know.
We don't know yet. Probably find out tonight.
I'm hoping.
And then what are we doing on the show? Let's go. No, I'm just kidding.
It's been a 30-minute episode.
Right now.
30-minute episode.
Yeah. Debbie would have loved it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I put that in there about Kim. KHYMM. Kim.
I'm going to spell my kid's name that. It's going to be so quirky.
Honestly, that's not too odd with other names. That's pretty normal.
Oh, yeah.
KH''YMM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one letter, and it's only sometimes a vowel.
So who do you I say who do you think, and I'm sure we're going to find out, but it's fun to speculate a little bit. Do we know who erased? Was it Dooku who erased from the archives the Camino? Yeah. So who potentially would have erased this? I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns and super speculation, but I don't think it's an accident.
Episode is directed by the Daniels.
Ooh. Who are the Daniels?
Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Mm-hmm. Never saw it.
Really good.
Oh my gosh, I'm not a cinephile like Cam and Focus. All right, go watch Cam and Focus new episode. I think Andrew, you were on Cam's episode, right? This guy.
Agent. Why'd you schedule me with the Sith Dominion tonight? I'm gonna have to fire you.
Yeah, the guy who plays Ouroboros.
I have failed you, Andrew.
Is one of the main characters.
What?
Okay, I'm back.
So the guy who plays Ouroboros in Loki season 2 is one of the main characters.
Ke Huy Quan.
Yeah.
He's also in Temple of Doom and the Goonies.
He is in the Goonies.
Oh, yeah. He's Data in the Goonies. Yeah. 00 negative. I changed that to Data. Yeah. I like Data. So who's Data? Who's Data in the show?
KB.
Yeah, 100%.
The
Jordan?
I can't see him.
The Forge? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, man. You telling me that ain't intentional? So I look, maybe I'm just a jerk and an old man, but when I see things like Atten, and I see things like the Visor, and I see these things that are all callbacks to stuff when I was 20s, teens, like it. I know what you're doing, and in episode 1, it was kind of cool and fun, but now you're in episode 2 and 3, and you're still doing it. Like we talked about it last week, like with the holiday special, little callback to that. I mean, that's fun, that's cool, but if that's what you're doing to keep us involved, I don't like that. I hope that's not what they're doing, and I hope we don't get that even more. That they're focusing on the story and not what sort of Easter eggs can we throw in to keep them looking. But maybe Disney felt that they needed to have a lot of Easter eggs within the show and the writing after the disaster that they had in their previous Star Wars series. Not necessarily making up for it, but like trying to recapture some of their lost audiences.
It definitely feels like an 80s, like they tried to make an 80s show, 80s movie. And adding all the Easter eggs there is just, I think it's really rewarding to the fans, especially in this time of year, with the kind of year we've had with Star Wars. Yeah, but I don't know. I really just wanted to point out that the word Crimson Jack was used as one of his names, and that was like one of the first bad guys they fought in the comics. I just thought it was really cool. It was like literally supposed to take after New Hope, I'm pretty sure, is when they fight Crimson Jack. So really cool.
But that was expanded universe.
That was Legends. Yeah, but it's like
Legends,
the callback is there.
But it's all. But yeah, So here we are, tugging at me in a way that I don't like to be tugged at because I know what you're doing. And I don't mind it. I don't mind it. But when you start, every single show is becoming that. I'm not saying it will continue. If that's what you needed to get our attention, great, you have it. Just don't squander it. Don't F it up, man. Like, you had us on episode 1. You had us on episode 2. You lost us on episode 3 of Acolyte. Here we are, episode 3. We'll be watching episode 4. And I'm looking forward to it. It's more Star Wars content. And I don't have to be behind it or against it just to have more content. No, that's wrong. Cam would be disappointed. Just having more content is not good enough. Having decent content is good enough. So I'm surprised you had Kathleen Kennedy on the phone when you joined the show.
I got her on speed dial.
Why would you say such a thing?
Why? You haven't fixed Star Wars yet?
I was going for it, man.
Hold on one second.
Oh,
I got her Instagram. Hold on.
She's gonna be like, just retcon it all.
Right. I'm gonna say, hey, Dr. Dana said to do this. All right. These are my friends. You can't keep giving them Star Wars like this.
Oh, he's standing up for us.
Are you done? So those of you not playing along in the video but listening, every time Andrew does that, he's picking up his phone, talking to Kathleen. And he's got her on the bat phone. Oh, sorry. Not the bat phone. What would it be? I don't know.
The Womp Rat phone.
The Womp Rat phone. I used to bullseye Womp Rats in my T16 bag. Shut up. Luke Skywalker pisses me off. All right. Building the mystery. That's number 3 on our... Oh, no. I wanted to talk about the adults in the show. I have this thing about adults being on the show, being made fun of, and it's, hey, stop with the caps, Andrew. You're gonna get banned. I wonder what happens if you get banned.
You want to try that? I can give a little tester.
No. So, do you feel that the adults are being played in a way that is? What was that dumb show with Sam? What's her name? And iCarly, maybe iCarly.
Yeah.
Like the adults were always like, and just ridiculous. And I as an adult father at that time, I was like, I knew what they were doing. They were instilling in the kids to, your parents are stupid and dumb. I'm not getting the sense in this show that that's how they're portraying the adults. And I take Wim's dad as the example. He's genuinely concerned for Wim and what they're doing, where they're going, to the point that he's chasing them down in the forest to find them and yelling to save them. So I don't feel that they're treating the adults in a way that is not respectful or anything like that has been in other shows. And they did that a little bit on The Acolyte, where they were smarmy with Saul. Well, you just shut up, dude. Like, Saul is Saul. He's bad. I will go to the hill and die with that Saul was an amazing character. But what do you guys think about the adult roles in this show? Father, you could talk about the teacher, you could talk about Jod, and the roles that they play. Do you think those are critical to moving the story forward? Do you think that they're just sidebar BS?
I don't think we've really seen a whole lot of them, though, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
They're there, but I mean, it's one of those things where, I don't know, they're kind of just there, and we see them when they need to be seen, and that's about it.
I feel like
it would be cool if it was like an ET where you never see him above the waist outside of the mother, and then the
Charlie
Brown
Brown
at the end. Yeah, I feel like that would be cool. It's when they're crying about their kid, whoa.
I mean, at what point, if I was in that bar, if I was in that cantina, and I was episode 2, right?
Sorry, we own the rights to that name. You have to ask permission to say cantina.
I say Cantino.
Cantino. It's an extra beat,
Okay.
There's an unpronounced K in that. Cantina. Shoot. Dadgummit. Why do you guys do this to me? I'm like, oh, let's talk about this.
I'll stop.
We were almost on there.
You killed me. You totally derailed me. I was whatever. This is why we need Debbie, because she's like, you just said blah blah blah. Anyhow, when I look at what's been happening on that show in that specific time with episode, I think it was episode 2. Andrew, you can come back. You don't need to be in timeout. It's okay. The way in which those scoundrels, pirates, whatever, in the cantina, it doesn't make sense to me at all. If they were really scum, why wouldn't they just shoot one of them and then say, all right, where is it? Someone else will die if you don't tell me where it's at. Like, when I think of you'll never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy, that's what I think of. Like, they shoot a kid. We saw in Kenobi, kid getting thrust up against by Vader up against the wall. Like, I cannot believe that they would have been so nice to those kids, especially hearing where they were from. They would know that no one knows where this is. This is like, they need those kids, knowing that there's Republic credit gold there. Why'd they let them all live? Put them on. Does that make sense to anybody other than just to move the story along? No, because those are scoundrels and they would have just killed the kids.
Amen.
They would have killed the kids, went to the ship, autopilot back, game, and roll credits. Your story by Ryan Johnson. Roll credits. Oh, hey, Debbie.
I've been promoted.
Yeah, bitches.
What is happening?
I've been demoted.
Oh my gosh, this is so broken.
Oh, yeah, musical chairs. Come on.
Thank God you showed up. We were dying trying to have a show.
We're trying to derail him every chance we get.
Right.
How was it? Episode 4. Short?
38 minutes. That's including credits.
So like 30 without, I'm guessing.
Probably. All I can say is I was trying to think of a way to say it.
Did the Daniels do a good job?
I thought they did.
Good.
If you thought Neil couldn't get any more adorable and cute,
I hate that thing, man. No,
he gets more adorable.
Damn it!
All right, I'm leaving so I can watch.
Yeah, I'll see y'all later.
See y'all later. You got Debbie now, Data.
No, don't leave. Don't leave. Oh man,
I'm still here.
Debbie, here. When I say they have tried to derail me at every turn, this is not an exaggeration. They will change the subject, and we already know with my concussion brain, I can't think for crap. So, and they have derailed me probably 4 times, and I literally said, "Where is Debbie?" Oh, here he goes again. He's got Kathleen Kennedy on speed dial tonight. It's been fabulous. We were just talking about kind of the adult roles in the show, how shows that are geared towards kids, sometimes those adults are just stupid and wonky and they make fun of them because, that's what you do is you tear down adults in these shows. And that's a topic for another time. But in the case of this show, we didn't really see that, like the dad super afraid for whim and the teachers, we'll give you some leeway here. It wasn't weird or gross or in any sort of way. However, when it came to the cantina scene, I have a problem with those kids just, oh, you're gonna do what we say and throw them in jail. Like, if they were really scoundrels and really pirates and really concerned about At-Atin and some mystery gold, I think they probably would have wasted one of the kids and then said, all right, one of you speak or we're going to kill another one. Like, it would have just been like, and it would have been roll credits. Hey, Kathleen Kennedy would have been yelled at again. I feel like that's how that universe would be. And so I have a problem with that. And I'd love to know y'all's thoughts. Am I just overreacting or thinking it shouldn't be?
But everybody thinks it's a fairy tale, a legend. Nobody believes there's an At-Atin.
But they jailed him, and they were gonna come get him, or they were gonna try to figure out where this was. I'm being a what? Oh, it's okay. We know you're a jerk. Thank you, though. Oh, that was a private message. Sorry.
Like,
I don't know. I think we've seen things right before you jumped on, Debbie, like Vader throwing the kid up against the wall, right? Like, we've seen some aggression in the Star Wars universe from adults to children. And I didn't feel that the kids' safety was at stake or their lives were at stake. And I believe... Are you crying? There's no crying in the Sith Dominion.
I'm not crying.
There's no crying in Star Wars.
That's what I'm saying.
I just got some allergies, you know.
No, it's not possible. Shut up. Anyways. So, thanks, Andrew. You just derailed me again. I just feel like we have instances in the Star Wars universe where kids are unlived in a very dramatic fashion, and they chose not to go this route. And perhaps it's because it's not PG-13, like in Revenge of the Sith. Or maybe it's not important to the story that they need to survive, and I get that. I just feel like it should have been a little more rough for those kids. They should have been scared to be where they were at, and I didn't feel that.
But
whatever.
It is a kid's show.
Mm-hmm.
It is. We talked about it. Go ahead.
They're just taking it to the edge where the kids are in danger, and the kids at, like if I had kids, the kids at home might be like, oh my God, are they going to survive? Are they going to be okay? Just to scare the kids a little bit, but not traumatize them. Mm-hmm. And plus the kids weren't in jail long enough for anything to happen, because there looked like there was a lot of people in jail. And I mean, Jod was supposed to go up for trial, so maybe there's a system they have there, but can't imagine pirates having any kind of system. But
oh man, the Reavers did, right? Ravagers in Marvel, they had a code. Ravager code. Oh, and we have the code of the Caribbean. That was all fake. That was just that's not real.
Well, the pirates had a code as well.
So here's my question about Jod, and some of it may come to light in episode 4, but not really a Jedi or whatnot, not really a pirate or a good one because he's captured. He just doesn't seem like he's got a whole hell of a lot to offer, or it's just a big act. And I think as this unfolds, right, we talked about in the beginning of the show, is in Jod we trust. is that a phrase that should be used? The poll for this week: do you trust Jod? It wasn't overwhelmingly, but yeah, I mean most people no, they don't. And the basis for that, according to some of you guys earlier in the show, was he's lied straight away. He's done X, Y, and Z. And I brought up the whole magnets and using the Force, kind of, and perhaps, and that was in Kenobi. So yeah, I mean, there's always that. That's now a part of canon where you have some fakesies out there. I don't if it's not revealed, can you answer without giving any spoilers from this show? Are we able to garnish any sort of understanding of more of who he is or what his story is?
Not in this episode.
Damn. So for as much as I don't really like the show, that is keeping me interested. I want to know about this guy.
Wait, you don't like the show?
It's not that I don't like it. It's that I'm not the demo, and I watch it because I need to for the show. And
I'm not the demo either, but I love it. I think it's adorable.
Neo gets on my freaking nerves, man. I can't with that thing. Oh, here he goes again with Kathleen.
Why?
I don't know. He's just annoying. I said he was like a chunk in the show or in the Goonies, like just annoying. And
are you talking about Neil or are you talking about Wim?
Neil.
Wim's annoying.
Wim is annoying too, but I don't know. I don't like Neil. I just don't. He just gets on my nerves. I knew a kid liked him in school, and he always made fun of me. And
there's something wrong with you.
Geordie LaForge, that's my favorite character.
KB?
Yeah. We were talking about that earlier, too. Love to know your thoughts. Did you think Geordie when you saw the visor?
Oh, yeah.
So do you think they're throwing little nuggets like that on purpose to keep us old-timers interested?
No, I think there's something else to her visor. Did you watch episode 3?
Yep.
Okay. So, because one of the moms said something about her health monitor. So I don't know if that's part of her health monitor in some weird, bizarre way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. But
so, and that was episode 3. Like they did have like this meeting of parents, like we're in the hex or kids, and what are y'all gonna do about it, right? That happened in episode 3 or 2. Mm-hmm. Either way, how do we get more on that in this episode? Yeah, no. How do we feel this kind of plays out though with the parents? Because I say we're parents. We're all people that have some sort of parental unit, so we've all been there as children. But for those of us that have kids, I mean, I can relate to. No, I'm gonna, hell and high water, I'm gonna find my kids. But you put yourself in this situation where there is nothing outside of your planet, and your kids are gone and they've left the planet. But you've been told there's no way to get through this barrier, but they're clearly gone. How do you reconcile that as an adult, as a parent, as a wait a minute, our kids are gone, but we just realized you've been lying to us this whole time. Like there's a lot to unpack for these adults, right? Am I missing something? I mean,
no, I think maybe possibly the parents will rebel. Just a theory.
Yeah.
And maybe find out what truly is going on with the planet, because who the hell's the supervisor? Who is the supervisor? Because that sounds hinky. And I think I mentioned this in Cantina Happy Hour last week and I think Andrew had said something too about, or was it you, Andrew, or somebody else that said something about something to do with the First Order? I said something about the Shadow Council.
That's probably something David said.
That's a good thought, though.
I was thinking it was somebody from the Shadow Council, because we've seen them in Mando and we've seen them in Andor, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So, just something hinky going on.
Hinky.
Mr. Hanky.
That's my favorite word from one of my favorite movies.
Which is?
The Fugitive.
Is that a Jack Ryan one? Or at least Harrison Ford's in it, I think.
It's Harrison Ford, The Fugitive. You don't remember The Fugitive?
That's not Jack Ryan.
Man, it was all the same to
Patriot
me.
Games and Clear and Present Dagger.
Clear and Present Danger?
Yeah, whatever.
He's accused of murdering his wife, and they're looking for the one. He's looking for the one-armed person.
I didn't kill my wife.
You killed my father, prepared to die. I've seen this movie. The one-armed man? No, the six-fingered man.
No, the one-armed man.
Six-fingered man.
It's got Tommy Lee Jones in it.
Oh, I've seen this. He's the DA agent or whatever, DA guy or
he's an FBI or something. I don't know. Anyways, one of Tommy Lee Jones's partners or whatever, he's talking and he's describing something. He said something about. He goes, I don't know. It's just all hinky. And Tommy Lee looks at him because Tommy Lee, and he's like, hinky. Is that even a word?
So now it has entered your vocabulary.
I've always used the word hinky, but I just love it now because it's in one of my favorite Harrison Ford movies. Oh.
Well, I was host for about 2 seconds.
I don't even know what just happened.
What just happened?
Somebody?
I'm literally like, I have nothing. My hands are not touching anything that would.
You get it, Andrew. You called Kathleen Kennedy.
Would you stop calling her?
She's shutting us down.
She's shadow watching right now.
I don't think it's Kathleen because that happened to Dave and I last night on MCU Mondays.
He got kicked
off, and I was by myself for about a minute, and then I got kicked off.
Debbie was like, when my co-host died, I didn't think I would see him again.
I love that we started out with 2 people and realized very quickly this was going to be a very short show. So thank you, Andrew, for joining, and Debbie for coming on.
Are you sure you're thankful for having me on?
Yes, I am. Even though you can't help yourself and you have to tell me to take off the shirt, you got to give me grief about UT or whatever.
But I wore a Dallas Cowboys shirt.
Yeah, well, I wore a Dallas Cowboys shirt Sunday.
They beat the Panthers.
They did. I didn't even watch the game. Maybe I can't watch. Every game I have not seen, they've won.
Why are you watching games?
If they lose again,
I'm not. I'm not.
Lose again, they're eliminated. So please, no more watching.
SM33.
Smee.
Sort. Smee. I mean, they're getting a little ridiculous with these names, but that's okay.
I love it.
I love that it's like, but see, this is what I was talking about early in the show. Do you feel like they're just doing that to keep us involved? Smee.
Well,
I don't have a problem.
The missing planets. Call back to
you're overthinking everything.
Am I?
Just enjoy the freaking show.
Enjoy life. I mean,
I don't want to be manipulated.
I just think it's hilarious that SM33 is Smee. That's how I refer to him.
First mate of the ship. Yeah,
I bet that's what they thought when they made him. I bet they're like, wouldn't it be funny if we just did SM33?
Well, it's like I told Debbie on and I said this on Cantina Happy Hour that the showrunners watched pirate shows from the 1920s to get inspiration for the show. I mean, of course,
they watched Goonies, and I'm sure they watched a whole bunch of stuff to get inspiration. I just think it's hilarious.
Here's Dana watches Star Wars and goes, "These Jedi are too much like samurai. I don't like."
Oh my gosh! You know what? You're right. You know what? I think you're right. I need to take a step back and stop looking at it so damn serious.
Let your inner child come out and just enjoy.
That's what we said earlier.
Just enjoy.
I'm trying.
Calm down.
Maybe sit on the floor with your legs crossed.
And a pile of Legos. Speaking of Legos, get over there to Feast of Fandoms and check out the Advent calendar Legos that our boy David Kerr of Canteen Happy Hour and of MCU Mondays is currently going through. Go check out their YouTube channel, Feast of Fandoms. Thank you for changing the scroller. Those of you that do watch the show on any of the 3 platforms we broadcast on for video, make sure you take a look at those feeds on the bottom. We show you guys where to go. We also try to put stuff in the descriptions, but Debbie doesn't care about our show like she used to, where she used to do that for me. So now I got to go and start doing all those. I appreciate. Oh my goodness.
Hey, that's what Dana did to me earlier.
I feel like I don't mind putting the tags and all that stuff in there, but it's not my show, so it's like I don't want to overstep unless you tell me to.
I appreciate that, but I am not the boss of Debbie. Debbie is a co-host on this show that is a part of the show.
When am I getting promoted? Because right now I'm just a sick.
You're the sit-in. Well, so ask Debbie. That's what happened. She sat in like 3 or 4, and next thing you know, she was just a part of the show. It just happened. So Cam gave us a heart. We didn't even say that earlier. He's gonna be like, "Okay, f you. I'm never coming back to the show."
Hello, Cameron.
Oh, you make it feel so special.
Oh my goodness. No. Couple more things for tonight. We are gonna wrap up this early tonight because we are gonna watch episode 4, just like we did 2 and 3 last week. We're gonna keep doing the watch parties in our Discord till someone tells us to stop.
How come you didn't do this for the other shows that aired?
I didn't. We didn't. We just the Acolyte would have been fun. We had our Discord server during that time. We just didn't think of it, I guess. But I think it's a cool way.
It is fun
to what we have some commentary, like it's Mystery Science Theater or something.
I know. I'm trying to pay attention to the show, and Dana's over here like, "That's too cute."
Come on, kneel again.
I'm like,
and it's all like
there's
no filter, right? So Dana gets to be Dana, and it's Dana after a bottle of wine.
It's Dana after dark. It's not even Sid Dominion after dark. It's Dana.
I can't believe it. Like, just get pissed off. Anyway,
Dana's like, is that spice?
Actually, last week, Debbie, so you know, we watched episode 2 and 3 in the live stream. It was fun, or in the watch party. It was fun. And then I was like, I gotta kill somebody. I feel like I gotta kill something. And so we went unlive something, whatever. I don't care. So we went. It's like, let's go to Overwatch and just start shooting there. It felt so good. Anyways,
a lot of fun.
Brutus's return. Okay, this is the same species, not the same character that we do see in the cantina in New Hope. And I love the wolf dude. Like, I was like, this is cool. I can't believe they're but this is where I get pissed because I feel like they're doing it on purpose to trigger me in a good way. And should I be upset about that they're doing that? Probably not, because at least they're not trying to trigger me in a bad way. What did y'all think about seeing that character the first time? We saw it in episode 1, but then seeing his involvement, Brutus's involvement in the next episode. I mean, he's the leader. How'd you guys feel about that? It was just kind of cool. What do you think?
I think he's cool. I'm hoping we'll see more of him.
Yeah, I agree.
Ditto.
I feel like he's kind of the Yondu guy. Everybody's all looking up to him. He's the leader of this group and tribe of I keep saying Reavers, but they're not. They're Ravager. What is Reaver? Reavers is Firefly. Reavers. Have you seen this? Have you seen Firefly? Debbie?
I have, but I don't remember Reavers.
The Reavers were they'd have their ships halfway broken and they're flying through space, and then they attack the vessel and they kill, and just it's bad. Anyways,
that just sounds like the guys from Wrath of Khan.
Worse. Zane, have you not seen Firefly?
Nope.
I am a terrible father. It is one of the greatest series.
Well, then I've definitely seen it.
I will say it's one of Joss Whedon's only 3 things he's ever done that I've enjoyed. That's one of them. But yeah, Brutus.
Is this the movie with Jeff Goldblum?
No, Jeff Goldblum's not in this. No, and it's not a movie; it's a series.
Well,
that's right.
There's a movie called Serenity,
yes,
which takes place after the series. But the reason the series died is because of American Idol. If you look back, it lost its viewing spot to American Idol when American Idol premiered, and it never got the viewership again, and they canceled it after 1 season. And they played it in the wrong order because the producers always know more than Joss, who wrote the damn thing. So Watching it on Netflix, there is a specific order
older than me
to watch it. Watch it. I'm gonna tell. It's like my top 3 shows of all time that I enjoy. Series. I've seen it through about 8 times. Ballad of Jane, one of my favorite songs. All right. Where are we at? Adults and Building the Mystery in Jod We Trust. So yeah, we did the poll. Should we trust Jod? I feel like they're giving us a little at a time to keep us guessing, and that's okay. That's a part of the right. It's just a part of how we watch shows and read books, and you got to keep the mystery there. Otherwise, you're not going to watch. So, in Jod We Trust or no? We touched on it in the beginning. I think it's still too early to tell, but preliminary. If you were in those kids' situation, and I think that's the most important piece, like, who else are you going to trust, right? So were you in the kid situation? Would you trust him? Would you trust him with some trepidation? How would you feel?
As a kid, I'd probably trust him. I was a very trusting kid.
Yeah, you were.
If a van asked you to get in for candy, you were like, ooh, candy.
I'm like, I was going to get in either way. I didn't know there was candy involved.
God. No.
Wow.
I like Jude Law, so I would trust him.
Yeah.
Nah, not me.
Hold on, let me rephrase that. Let me rephrase that.
Nope.
I like Jude
but
Law
he
as
let
an
you
actor.
out of your cell. So I think
And he
that's
has
the thing,
the
right?
voice.
Like he got out of the cell, he got him out of the cell, and then what?
I would trust him as far as
No,
I
you're
could
good.
throw him.
I
You'd be a
couldn't
kid.
throw him that far, especially with your bad knee, Ed. Just kidding. Does anyone know that reference? No.
No.
Okay.
No.
Ferris
No,
Bueller.
yes.
Anyway.
Oh, I know Ferris Bueller.
Yeah. You really shouldn't throw anyone with your bad knee, Ed. Anyways, I don't trust him. But as a kid, I think they. How old are these kids in human years? What's their age supposed to be?
I'd say probably from 8 to 12. Maybe
8-year-old
9 to
would have
12.
trusted because they want to get out, and
Well, yeah,
so
Wim and Neil do, but the older two don't.
no. That's because Jordy has those special goggles that he can see other things. You know what? I made the Jordy reference to all of people that listen, all 4 of you, that I want to be on a Star Trek show so bad. I got the weather outside is frightful, and I posted it in our TST because every year I love it, and it's always fun to see Picard playing the little flute. Anyways, we are all over the place tonight, folks. Yeah. So, Jedi or liar? I wanted to ask you, Debbie. I'm glad you did join. The show title last week alluded to that they were a bunch of thieves because they stole the ship. Now I got destroyed for that in the beginning of the show. That they were like, no, they didn't steal it. They found it. If you found $100 bill, blah blah blah. What do you think? I mean, did they steal it or happen upon it? It's theirs. What are we talking about with the ship? Because I felt like there was some thievery there.
When it was still on that Atten.
Yeah, that was trespass. I mean, you don't know. I don't know.
No, they didn't steal it.
That's what I said.
That's what I said.
They shipjacked
found
that
it.
thing.
It's been buried under the ground for God knows how many years.
The owner's probably
it was
dead.
Abandoned.
But what was Wim looking for when he found it? Right, he wasn't looking for a ship.
No, he's looking for a Jedi temple.
So, oh my God, no!
I think you just connected the dots.
Oh my! Oh God, that was terrible. No, son, come on. Okay,
I thought it was funny.
let's bring it back. Let's bring it back.
It was Zane. It was
He was
perfect.
looking for a Jedi temple. Okay, follow me. Now, these guys heard this earlier. I'm repeating it for you, Deb.
And listeners.
Jod Jod may be a Jedi or maybe a dark side user. Either way, he may be force sensitive, and maybe his interest in Atten is more about not Republic gold credits, but a mysterious, forgotten Jedi temple. And that his goal is to learn the ways of the Force and become a Jedi. And maybe that's why his interest in Atten is at the level it's at, and why he's willing to help the kids, because he believes in a greater good as a Jedi, blah, blah, blah. Or he thinks he can get an edge as being a pirate because of this Jedi temple. I don't think we can lose sight of the Jedi temple piece of this. They harped on this in the beginning of the show. What do you guys think? Or you think it was just a thing, and now they have a ship, and we'll never see a Jedi temple at Atten? I can't hear you. You're muted, Andrew. Oh, he did that on purpose.
Jod is exactly like Jack Sparrow. Exactly. To a T.
Minus the rum.
T. Jod is I don't think he's a Jedi. I don't think he has anything to do with Jedi. I think he might be a Force user and just doesn't know how to use it very well. He knows a few tricks here and there, but I think that's about as far as it goes.
And the timeline does not allow him to be Broom Boy, right? Because this is pre-Broom Boy. Yeah. That's right. This is New Republic timeline. Not
this is before Broom Boy.
Before Broom Boy. Yeah.
Although that would have been hilarious.
Right? I love that we call him Broom Boy too. Like everyone in the internet, like
his name.
Broom Boy. It's his name.
Broom
What's
Boy.
his name? Character name. Broom Boy, played by someone
Broom
who will
Boy.
never see another acting role.
R.I.P.
Oh, sorry, dude. Hey, and I'm not being a jerk. Like, just this is what happens, man. Like, all right. Can we step away from this show for a second? Let's talk about this. If it wasn't for voice acting, how much would we have seen Mark Hamill over the last 30 years, 40 years? I rest my case.
Well, I mean, he's done a couple movies.
He found his comfortability in voice acting.
This is true. I have this feeling that only one or two people from the casts of the whatevers, the trilogies of each set of trilogies, only a couple make it out alive. And I say that because if you look at the prequel trilogies, I mean, Qui-Gon was already established. He was an already established actor. He only had one movie, like whatever. Obi-Wan, while established, he wasn't as established as I think people they don't realize. I mean, Ewan McGregor was coming.
He had Train Spotting and Moulin Rouge, and
but
Moulin Rouge came after.
He wasn't at the level of Liam Neeson at that time. I mean, Liam Neeson was amazing actor.
I've never heard of Ewan.
Couple of movies, I'd say. Big Fish.
He was in an episode of ER.
I saw him in. I think he was in Big Fish.
He was good in Big Fish.
So I knew who he was, but I was like, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Don't jack with my shit. That's Obi-Wan, you know. And then I'm man crushing over Ewan McGregor because he makes a fantastic daddy. I mean, Obi-Wan Kenobi. So
as we all are.
So
how you doing?
But there is the kiss of death. It's like, you know, don't be on the cover of the Madden game. It's the kiss of death. And I mean, Jake, freaking Hayden Christian, Boyega. What has Ray been in that I can say, oh yeah, I went to the theater or went to a movie to see her in a movie? Huh?
Went to the theater.
The theater. I think that there's this nastiness maybe that comes with Star Wars now that perhaps not everyone makes it out unscathed. So I'm a little like Rosario Dawson and these cats playing these characters, I would have to think they were trying to be very choosy about what they were doing based on historical actors, historically actors and actresses not being able to make it out unscathed. And if you look at that performance that she had, and we talked about the pacing in the pre-show of some of these series, I don't know. What do you guys thought? I mean, do you think that these kid actors are going to make it out unscathed, or do you think there's going to be some hammering of these cats by the toxic fans? How do you feel so far?
I don't think so.
No, they're chilling.
No, they're good.
Neil?
You're not going to hate on kids. I mean, why would you do that? Except for Dana, but I mean.
Yeah.
I love Jake Lloyd. They hated on Jake Lloyd.
Yeah. That's all y'all.
Listen, Dr. Dana here. Are you kidding me? You're going to destroy someone like that? I got no use for you, and you got no use to breathe my air. Like, why would you do that to a person, period? What sort of thing inside of you is so damn important that you got to tear down somebody else? I will never, and I'll die on this hill, I will never talk ill about an actor or actress based on their talent or what they're doing because they're being told, because this is the script.
It's stupid.
Now, will I chew them up, down, left, right, BA start? Yes, if they're talking about crap that they shouldn't be talking about or trying to cause controversy like what happened in the act. Like, that pissed me off. Did I talk ill of their acting skills? A little bit. Wasn't too impressed, but maybe they were being directed in that way. But never did we destroy them on this show, even though they chose to destroy us as fans by saying some really stupid things. So when I look at this as a cast of kids, I am a little concerned because of the way the fans have treated in the past kid actors within the Star Wars universe. And remember, Padme, she was young. I mean, she was in her early 20s, I think, still when she did that in 99. Natalie Portman, yeah. So, I mean, even then, she was big, but not really. I mean, she hadn't done Black Swan or any of these ginormous, God, Black Swan. They hadn't done any of those movies yet.
Thor: Love and Thunder.
Well, she was in Leon the Professional.
The Professional, and she's 12 years old. So, yes, why'd you have to bring that up and make me feel weird?
And she was, I mean, she was super good in that. And
100%. That was my introduction to her, too. And no, not in a weird way. It wasn't until she was Padme that I started, whatever. But anyways.
V for Vendetta.
Thanks for trying to make V for Vendetta. Great film. Black Swan. Okay, I'm getting some echo, and I don't know who it is. Is that you?
Why am I getting echo?
I was hearing it too. I think it's Dana's end.
It's not my end.
I think it is.
TikTok?
No.
It might be.
Because nobody else is echoing but you.
What? Is it echoing now? No, Zane. It was Zane.
It's not me, but I think I know who it is.
It's not doing it now, and I hadn't touched anything, so have fun.
Yep. My hands have been up in screen.
Whatever. Are you worried about these kid actors at all? From what I hear, no. I think you guys think they're going to be fine.
Yeah.
I think they'll be fine.
People will go after the people that are hating on them.
Yeah, I will. Anyone hates on Neil.
People were kind of warned that, and these are from other creators. You know, you come after these kids.
That's all she wrote.
Yeah.
You know, there's going to be hell to pay.
Do you think seeing what happened to Jake Lloyd really pissed off a bunch of like hardcore of us?
Well, even Jar Jar Binks. I mean, Ahmad Best. I mean, he got in a really dark place because of it, and now he's left again by fans because of his return in Mando.
Okay, and listen. At what point have you ever heard Dr. Dana say, "I hate Ahmad Best"? Never once. I hated Jar Jar Binks. 100%.
Actually,
but Ahmad Best, no.
At 12:45,
we have this clip from the After Dark.
Kelleran Ron or whatever his Jedi, he was Jedi in Ahsoka. Kelleran Ron, I don't know what his name is, but he's in the Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes. He has his own character in that. Of course, he's Jar Binks is in that, but we have a Kelleran Ron or whatever his name is, the Jedi.
Oh yeah, Kelleran Beck.
Beck. Is it Beck?
Beck. It's BEQ, I think.
Okay. So
that's like
even in the video, like he's now immortalized in a video game. It's really cool.
And
like,
he had his own game show too.
He did?
Yeah, on the Star Wars Kids.
It was for kids. Jedi Temple.
It was on the Star Wars Kids YouTube channel.
Really?
I didn't even know there was a Star Wars Kids YouTube channel.
Now we have to watch it.
I don't even care that there's a Star Wars YouTube
channel. You grew up, Dana. Okay, so you don't know this stuff.
It was kind of like that game show that used to be on Nickelodeon, like the
you can't do that on TV.
The Temple.
Oh.
It was kind of like that, but it was Star Wars themed, and Ahmad played a Jedi Master. I think it was Kelleran.
Because that was his.
It was very cute. It came on during the pandemic. I watched it. I thought it was fun.
I didn't even know anything about it.
Yeah,
I'm terrible. I'm gonna have to check it out. I am.
He doesn't like Skeleton Crew. He loves the Acolyte. It's like, let's go.
Latest episode, number of episodes 2.
Ooh, I wanted to get your thoughts on this. I'm glad you joined, Debbie. We talked a little bit about in the beginning of the show in the or whatever. We're talking about the forbidden move, which is the saber is lit, drop, let the saber unignite, grab, ignite the saber, and kill the person. That is an indefensible move that was shown and is now canon because of the Acolyte when the stranger used it, or whatever his name is. I can't remember his name now. Whatever.
Quimir or Kamir.
Kamir. Thank you.
Kamir.
So Kamir uses that move, and everyone was like, oh, and everyone freaked out. Like, why have we not seen this before? But so I had seen where some folks had tried to canonically explain why we haven't seen this before. And I don't know if you know this. Stop me if you've heard this, because we've already talked about it. But Jedi would never use this move because it's shitty. It's cheap. It's garbage. It's absolutely just dishonorable and nasty. Sith would never use this move for the exact same reason. Sith, in all their destructiveness and whatever, they have a code, just like pirates have a code, just like Jedi have a code. And there are certain things within that code that they do respect. And I believe wholeheartedly in this dude. I looked for it earlier. I can't find the video, but where he says, like, there's no way a Jedi would ever use this, regardless of how close to death they may be or whatever. A Sith might, but they would steer clear of it because it is unfair. It's nasty. It's not honorable. And while Sith, you may think they do whatever it takes to win, we've seen them use restraint. We've seen them do things and say things that you're like, wow, you do have a little honor in you. And understand that it's not just about being evil whenever those Sith are doing what it's not. Evil's a point of view, right? In the Star Wars universe. Why are they doing it? What's their motivation? What's their intent? So there's a reason that it's not ever been seen except for then. And then there is a time when Ahsoka similarly deactivated someone else's lightsaber, which is good. That's a little.
She's not a Jedi.
But she's not a Jedi. But
she's
I don't.
Just a gray. Just a gray. Ahsoka the Grey.
All right, y'all have a great night. We
great night.
Not use that term. That does not exist, and I do not want to have Sam.
I zoned out. What happened?
Freddie Prinze Jr. come out.
I was watching another show.
There is no gray.
You're watching Skeleton Crew.
Yes. Yeah.
I follow the light because it's there. Look, you're either one way or the other in your soul, and can we have tendencies one way or the other? Sure, but we're one way or the other. There's no gray. So, that being said, that move, how did you feel? I don't think we really talked about that move on this show. I want to ask about that from you, Debbie. You've watched a lot of Star Wars. You've seen a lot of saber action. How did that strike you when that happened, where he deactivated and then killed? I know it was what's her name, and so everyone was like, everyone was like, "Oh, they're dead," and that we liked them or whatever. Yeah, but how did you feel with that move? That was shitty.
I kind of thought it was badass. I'm just being honest. I thought it was pretty cool.
It was. I wish I would have thought of it. You brought this Andrew kid back on. I know. Let's subscribe, Andrew. Yeah, I thought it was cool, but I was also like, it didn't.
I've heard about what you're talking about, where it's an illegal move, or however you put that. I was thinking. I'm not sure. I was thinking I read about that in one of the Legends books. I've read it somewhere. I just can't remember because, I'm old. But I'm pretty sure I've read it somewhere where they talk about it.
And I'm with you. Like, it's pretty badass looking. Like, I mean,
is it not in Wikipedia or Wikipedia? Oh my God.
Wikipedia.
Are we really talking about the Acolyte right now? Dr. Dana,
we are, but because of that move. It's just the move. It's not about the Acolyte. It's that move.
Wow, unsubscribe.
Yeah, unsubscribe. That show happened months ago.
That move. Well, so season 2 Acolyte's been greenlit for 2026. Did y'all see that?
What? I did not, but
that's what I said, and I refused to click it because I thought it was clickbait. Because I swear I had not heard anything.
Nope. What was the source? What was the source?
On Facebook. I don't know. Like
it was it was probably a meme account, and Dr. Dana had his glasses like this. That's right.
Yeah, that's not funny.
Manny Jacinto sparks hope for the Acolyte season 2, but that was 2 weeks ago.
Manny has been talking about it.
There's an article that says, "Why is Manny Jacinto teasing me with the Acolyte season 2?"
I just want Manny season 2.
You're just gonna have like a show called May,
and he says, "Come in the water with me."
Come in the water. That's awesome.
That's so ridiculous. That episode. Come on,
so
you join me. Oh my God.
He was asking the question we were all asking.
Nobody in this house asking that question. Not true. Thank you, Cam. Oh my goodness.
My stomach hurts. Oh God.
I feel like I need a shower. Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I like Kamir, but not that way. He was whatever.
I would be.
Debbie's like I did.
I would be for a season 2 if it just focused on Chimere, Plagueis, because we've seen Plagueis, and it was done by somebody else.
Agreed.
I saw
Acolyte ASMR.
They said that.
Have you been drinking, or did you have a gummy bear, Andrew?
Huh? No, I
had too much sugar.
I had too much sugar today.
It wasn't a bear.
He had an extra bowl of Captain Crunch.
My right eye is twitching.
Crunch berries this time.
Oops, all berries.
Oh my! Oops, all berries. Oh my gosh! What is this? Okay.
Well, Dr. Dana said we were ending like 20 minutes ago.
We are. We're going to end.
I know, it's one of those.
Last one for real. No, last
one
one
of
for real.
those days.
And I got to go into the office early tomorrow, so.
You saw episode 4. We'll be watching it, guys. Honestly, if you have any inclination of enjoying some Mystery Science Theater alongside, please join us on the Discord. We had so much fun last week, and we had I would say 2 hours, but it was more like an hour and 20 because they're shorter episodes.
I was dying at the end. I was. So
you were like, I'm out. Bye.
I was like.
And Zane and I, like I said, we were like, let's go to Overwatch and kill some people. So it was.
I ended up having to watch the episode again because I didn't remember anything.
It was your answer, Debbie? Gummies.
Gummies.
Okay, that's why you forgot. Okay. So no, you've seen this. Our scale of 1 to 10. What do we anticipate tonight when we see this here in the next 30 minutes? I mean, good, bad, indifferent. How did you feel about the episode? Anything we should be keeping an eye on?
I liked it. New characters. Yeah.
Wow.
Something funky going on with Smee.
Oh.
That's all I'm gonna say. Neil, adorable.
Oh my god. I want to throw so we remember Avengers where you have Hulk grabbing Loki and he's like, I am Loki of Jod Na Nawood, whatever, and he's like grabbing it. I want to grab him by that snout and do him like freaking Hulk did Loki and just smash it. He's so annoying to me. I don't know why. Maybe it'll change.
I am going to fly down to Texas and just beat the living shit out of you. Oh, my God.
Oh, Andrew just left the show.
You really offended Andrew.
Andrew literally left because I wanted to Hulk Loki.
Neil must be protected at all costs.
You know what? Maybe I'll come away from this show with a different opinion.
I doubt it. You're just being an asshole.
At this point.
Maybe.
And I say that in the most loving way.
Oh, look who wants to join back now.
I can't take the Neil hate anymore.
Oh my goodness.
I just don't understand it. I'm like, everybody that I know and everybody I've seen on TikTok,
everyone loves
Facebook,
but
loves him. I want a plushie. I want a Neil plushie. And I don't have plushies.
What is it? Okay, we will end this show as soon as someone can tell me what it is about him that is not annoying and so damn adorable.
Nope, that's a leading question.
He's innocent. He's thoughtful. He's wise, as you will find out in the next episode. He's wise.
He snores great, by the way.
Get that thing a CPAP.
He's just adorable. I love him.
Wow.
What makes him not like
maybe this episode will be the turnaround for you.
I think I'm retiring from the show.
I entered this with an open mind. I've been open. I have said I have not given it a number on the scale of 1 to 10.
How many Neils would you give it?
How many Neils?
Yeah.
That has whole different meanings depending on the spelling of the word.
Because if it's under a certain number, I'm retiring from the show.
I got no Neils.
All right, that's it.
So no Neils given.
Yes, for those of you playing along at home, on the night of our show, since Disney Plus was so awesome and decided to change when they were releasing the show, come watch us instead and not Disney Plus, and don't watch that show. Watch with us. Watch with us in our Discord. We have
all we're gonna hear is Dana every time Neil shows up.
I don't do that. Usually you'll hear me making a noise like when Neil shows up. So we're good.
We just server meet him.
Dr. Dana has a game where every time Neil pops up, he takes a shot.
Let me tell you.
That's what we should do every time he makes a noise.
We do. We go into Discord and we have an after hours room that's specifically for after hours. And in this case, we're not just after hoursing, we're watching shows, and this is the show we're watching. So tonight we will be live streaming or watch party in our Discord server, episode 4. So enjoy this show, enjoy next week, whatever. We are planning on having a show next week, even though it's Christmas Eve. If you guys want to be here, great. If you don't want to be here, fine. I'd like for someone else to be here besides me. Just saying. I'm not working that day, so I'll have time to actually prepare for a show.
I'm off all next week, so
I'd have to set up my computer.
I've been off the last like 2 weeks.
All right, where are you going to your mom's for the week? Awesome.
I'm going to my parents too.
Wait, aren't you already at your parents?
Oh,
are you going to your? What are you
see.
doing, Debbie? Let's talk about what are you doing next week. I mean, it's Christmas. We'll close out with that. What are we doing next week? Anyone going? Have any
Christmas Day? I'm going down to my daughter's.
Wait, you have a daughter?
You have a daughter?
I knew you had a son. I didn't know you had a daughter.
I have 2 sons and a daughter.
Oh, you have 2
She's
sons.
taken, Dana.
Something tells me she. Something tells me she said this before on the show, and I just don't
multiple
remember.
times.
As usual,
Multiple times. Her daughter is usually watching.
Attention.
Because all I see is the picture of Hayden, you, and your son. That's all I see in my head now. So when you say family, that's what I picture. That picture.
No, there's Andy. I mean,
wait,
they're
she had
all over 30. Matt and Steph they live further down south from me. Andy lives with me because it's cheaper. But yeah, there's 3 of them. They're all over 30.
Do they all like Star Wars?
Yeah. Well, Matt's kind of disillusioned because. Oh, I thought that was him texting me.
But he's telling you, I'm disillusioned because
Disney ruined my childhood. And I'm like, you are no child of mine. Just get the off of here.
Oh my god!
Yeah, you tell him.
We can't talk about Star Wars. Of late, we can't talk about Marvel. So we have been talking about, well, when it was on, we talked about the Penguin, and now we've been talking about Dune Prophecy. So I was like,
okay. That's actually okay. You've seen
it got momentum.
Good. And I don't know nothing about Dune. I mean, I watched the 2 movies, which, it just...
Did you watch the old school one with Patrick Stewart? And
I think I've seen it, but it was probably really over my head. I don't know. I just don't understand all the politics in that, and I hate politics. So... But this is kind of explaining some of it as to what's going on behind the scenes, which helps me a lot. But it's really good. It's really good. I like it.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
And plus, it has Travis from Vikings in it.
Never saw that series.
You never saw Vikings?
No, I saw. I think I watched Black Sails instead on the. Yeah, that was great. If you've seen, do you like pirates? Watch Black Sails. Oh my god.
I think I watched a season or 2 of it, and I kind of lost interest for some reason.
David would love the show because he's been on a pirate kick for the last 6 months.
Who, me?
Shit. No,
David.
David? Oh, yeah. Let's let him. Yeah, we'll have a sidebar. We'll just do a Black Sails a couple episodes. I love that show. It was. We watched it during the COVID. I was like, this is what? Wait, what? It's done. It's done. It's only 3, 4. What? Like, it was so good. And the Vikings one I want to see. I heard is really good too. Outlander, we're still trying to get through that. I think the latest episode just dropped on that. NCISs, we watch all those things. I'm starting to get worried I might die in my sleep. If I do, you guys know who to look for. She lives with me. Okay. She's the one that introduced me to all these shows, for Pete's sake.
I love NCIS.
So I've been watching Origins
shows. I watch all the FBI shows. I watch all the NCIS shows.
Are you watching the NCIS Origin show?
Yes.
I love that show.
I only have one problem, and I keep meaning to look it up.
Like Gibbs, but go ahead.
Well, I don't remember, even when Mark Harmon was young, him being that tall.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only thing that kind of throws me off. I'm just like, okay, Mark Harmon was never.
No.
I could be wrong. I don't know. I mean, he used to be a quarterback, so maybe he was that tall.
Yep. He was a quarterback. That's right. He was also in Summer School, which is one of my favorite 80s movies.
Oh, I'm going to have to go to summer school. Don't remind me.
Did you see Summer School, Debbie?
No, I'm going to have to go to summer school.
Oh, of course you did.
Me.
Mark Harmon. That's it. guys, we don't have anything else. Let's close it up.
Well, actually, now that you mentioned summer school, I remember the 80s movies Zoomies.
That wasn't a thing. I didn't do that. I swear to God. Who was that?
I did not touch nothing. In fact, you know what? I've had it. Right.
He's complaining to Kathleen Kennedy.
You call your mommy?
Yes, Kathleen Kennedy, his mommy. That's who he's calling. Okay. Go check out the Advent calendar Legos over on Feast of Fandoms. David Furr going through that again. Awesome. Always fun. I saw the $229 Interceptor at Target, and I about died. It's so beautiful. I ain't got $230 though to spend on it. So you guys want? I come in a size for Christmas. I come in a size Lego Interceptor. You get that over to me. Love y'all. All right. Next week we'll be hitting episode 4. We'll be talking a little bit more about Christmassy stuff though. I want to.
DJ Dana in the house.
Yes, kick that backwards, so you can see the receding hairline this time. We're gonna be talking about Christmas. We're gonna talk a little bit about the holiday special. I'd love to do another holiday special kind of thing like what we did last year, where we had a bunch of GNN folks all from cross whatever joining together. That was really fun. I'd love our resident Feast of Fandoms representative, Debbie, to see if we could hook something up like that. That'd be fun to do, like on a Wednesday or something. Oh, wait, that's Christmas. We don't want to do it on Christmas. Maybe later this week or even tomorrow. I don't know. Like, that was fun last year. We had all the different people on from different shows. Well, that was the intent, but I think it was only us 4. Anyways. You guys ever have those days when you wake up and you're like, this is going to be one of those?
It's every day, honey.
Man. Oh, you missed the whole. I'm not going to go through this, but you listen to the diatribe at the beginning where I went to UPS. That was beautiful. 2 days in a row, mind you. All right. Go check out Feast of Fandoms. They are an amazing channel. They have all kinds of fun stuff in there. And I don't know why you guys have to just destroy me in the private chat. That's just not okay. We will have a show next week. I don't know who will join. Hopefully it'll be all of you. If not, whatever. Cam may be out of pocket as well. There's just family. It's Christmas, and I know how this works. But we will have some form or fashion of a show. Check out Feast of Fandoms. We've got a couple. Cam and Focus just had a show. Looked like that was a blast. Andrew, you were on that show, weren't you? David was. No. Yeah, David was on that show, and there was someone else on that show too, I thought. No? Just those two? Okay. That looked fun. And then, of course, all the other slated shows. Cantina Happy Hour, which we've already mentioned, MCU Mondays, and Geek Gauntlet. And there's a bunch of like shorts or reels, all kinds of crazy stuff happening over there. You guys are really pumping out the content. I don't know. We need you guys to pick up the slack, Zane. Shit. Do something. So I had this, like, Zane in pre-show was like, man, you got such a robust outline for tonight. I was like, man, don't even. Like, I bet we don't even touch half of that. I was all excited when I was doing it, and then I was like, I don't know if I really like this show that much. Jury's still out. For you guys, great. I'm glad you like it. Otherwise, whatever. We talked about like and subscribe and how I don't like saying that, but we got to say it because, man, it actually costs money to run this stuff. And actually, Cam lost his his video camera, got chewed up by his dog or cat or whatever. Dog, I think. Cat, yeah. And so I think I have an extra one for him. I'll try to get to him. But point is, I mean, it costs money to run a show, and I think a lot of that gets
it's free for me. So
it's free for y'all because y'all aren't paying shit. I am. And I'm not saying send me money. What I'm saying is just please like and subscribe because at some point
he's gonna put his Cash App in the.
There would send me money. I would like to retire.
Send me money here. Send me money here. Send me money here.
Please like, subscribe, hit the bell. We have a lot of fun on this show. As I stated earlier in the show, we are continuing to upload older shows to our YouTube channel our podcast channel. So you will get a couple of older episodes in and amongst the newer episodes as these are released.
You don't have all those up yet?
I only get 12 unless I'm okay. So you have to pay for a certain level of how much you upload every month. And so to the podcast,
2 hours long, you could upload more.
I'm not going to tell you what just popped in my head.
You realize this outro is
okay? You realize this person has this to say. Yes, exactly.
This outro has been 45 minutes long.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Insane.
All right.
It's insane.
Like and follow, do all the things. Listen, appreciate you guys over here too. I don't know who's on right now, but we appreciate you watching. We'll figure out how to make this work too alongside this. We get a moderator in there and you can get questions and stuff. But anyways, that's it. We're going to go head over to Discord here in about 10-15 minutes. We will open up the After Dark channel and we will watch Episode 4. Thank you, Debbie, for joining. Zane for joining, of course. Andrew for jumping in and helping out. And Cam, can't wait to see you again. Remember, kids, peace is a lie, and there is only passion. Good night.